y'all doing? This is DeMarcus Chop Chop Corley, multiple-time world champion, future Hall of Fame fighter. And I'm here with my sidekick. That's Little Chop. He'll be fighting next week. This week, this Saturday. His first amateur fight.
We got coming up. Well, not coming up. Let me ask you this: last week, David Morell fought, right?
Yeah.
He called out. Excuse me, David Benavidez, right?
Right.
His father, Jose Senior, who we had on the show a couple weeks ago, basically said, before you see David, you got to go beat a former champ, whether it be Caleb Plant or who else is that division, like a Bubu Andrade or any of those former top champions. Do you think they're kind of fast tracking David Morell along? He's getting a lot of knockouts. He's getting a lot of TV time. Do you think if he does get in the ring with Benavidez, can he beat the Benavidez in your opinion?
Any man that can fight with a punch can win at any time. It's just the moment if his moment. If it's his moment. And I feel like if he did do that, he would go down as one of the best Cuban fighters in the history of boxing. If that was to be the case, in my opinion.
Are you biased a little bit because Cuban?
No, I gotta be
Nah, I'm
honest
fucking
with
you.
you.
I'm
Let me tell you. Let me tell you honestly. David Benavidez, I used to spar David Benavidez since he was 15 years old.
Word.
So yes, you
How
can
did that
ask
go?
him. I seen that I was talking to, who was I just talking to? Eric Kelly. He was talking about it, and he had somebody like his pops invest into him, put him around fighters. He was sparring GGG, he was sparring me, he was sparring
Bivol.
Chavez. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was sparring a lot of fighters, and his dad prepped him and got him for these moments, got him ready for these moments. So I'm never going to second guess what a fighter like that is able to do, especially when he got determination in his heart and the way he's talking about himself. He's like he to me he to the point where the way he talks about himself, I believe it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think his dad did a great job with him. Investing
Okay.
him. He had his elder brother
Jose.
was at the top. Yep, was at that time was like supposed to be a high prospect, but being in the street kind of like set him back and put him in some situation. But David being the youngest, it's kind of like when you got three crazy older brothers, right? It's always either the younger brother either make the change or he become the most craziest one
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
all
yeah.
of them. So I think that's right now what we've seen in David Benavidez. He taking and learning from his brother's mistakes. Then he got his eye on the prize, and he got legacy behind his name by what he's saying every time. Like, yo, man, I'm the youngest dude here. I done fought this, and he wants to fight the best. He's not second guess. He don't go back on his word. He just, he's calling out everybody's in his line. He's like that, and he fought some tough fighters like Anthony Durrell.
Darrell.
Like
Caleb. Boo Boo.
Caleb.
Yeah.
Yes,
He's got people on the resume. What about if you're David Benavidez, and you can't get the Canelo fight, do you go ahead and fight Morel, or do what path do you think he should take?
I think he should take whatever he wants. I see him eventually. He can move up to one, light heavyweight. You know what I'm
175.
saying? Yes. And
Yeah,
if he, yeah, and that way he can like go up there and, do what like Canelo's doing, go in and go get different world titles in different weight classes, and keep your name like that. If that's what he wants to do.
to that point, I could see, and I'm hoping because Team Benavidez, it's kind of crowded at 168 because you got that young prospect Diego Pacheco.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm thinking, perhaps in the perfect world, Pacheco is coming along, and Benavidez is out of that division, which allows Morel and Pacheco. So you kind of have both two futures of the division. Young guys, good fighters, and David was moving on to literally bigger and better things at 175 because it can't be easy for him to make 168. He got to be killing himself.
Yeah.
But that's what champions do, and he's done so enough. So whenever we ask the question about, oh well, he's a little flat-footed, he don't turn his punches, he answers the bell, he answers the call, he answers every question. So I really don't have no doubts about him no more. Whatever I'm like Kid Chocolate. Whatever David said he can do, I believe him
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No question. Let's stay there. Let's stay there at 175. You got Bivol up there and Better Beef. Bivol